Hello everyone, Clayton speaking. I just thought I'd do a little video of my Eldar Revenant Titan. If you've seen the first video of this Titan, you'll know how much of a mess it was. I got it on a trade just before Christmas, I guess it was, and it's quite bad. You can see here this bit. They've tried to. Two people have tried to build this thing before I got anywhere near it. And you can see little bits and pieces like that's snapped off. The paint was terrible. I've stripped it down as much as possible. I'm pretty happy with where the paint is at the moment. I'll be able to go over and undercoat this, but so this hollow field projector, you can see I've got that straight. Now, a little tip with this is I didn't use hot water. I didn't use anything like that. What I used is my dad actually is into remote control or radio controlled aeroplanes, like the real big bastards, and he uses a heat gun to shrink. It's like a plastic. It's almost like a contact, but they use it on a lot of the Cessnas and some of the almost ready to fly sort of models. And he heats it and it seals it on. So I went over and used his heat gun, and because this is resin, I used it on a fairly low setting, and it melted, not melted, but it just warmed it up perfectly. And it actually righted itself, believe it or not. I didn't have to put any pressure on it. Just as I was heating it, it started to right itself as it would have come out of the mold, I would imagine. But yeah, no, it's brilliant. So there you go, guys. If you're not having any success with warm water or hot water or rocks or elephants or whatever the else you want to put on it, use a heat gun. Works like a charm. What else have we got? So you can see by the amount of glue, this is what I'm working with. Have a look at the glue on that. Look at that. Pretty bad, but I'm getting there. It is slowly. Look at that. I actually put that on a grinding wheel. There was a good, I don't know, probably a good 2 centimeters or so of super glue on that. How the hell I got that on there is fucking beyond me, but anyway. This is snapped. You can see where that's snapped off. There's still a chunk of it inside there, but it's all good. I'm really happy with this. I've pinned the legs, and I've in the hip joint there, and I actually used a wire coat hanger, just a small drill bit, just so it wouldn't chew through the resin, and a wire coat hanger, and it is going to work beautifully. So all through in the leg joints here, as you can see, I didn't have to drill through the leg. I just used a small drill piece. Next video I'll find the size of the drill piece and let everyone know, but you can see by that it's, I don't know, that big. But yeah, no, they've come up quite solid. Through here, this was all snapped as well. So through there, pardon me, from one leg, this is hard doing on hand, but from one leg to the other, I've actually drilled straight through, and I've used a piece of wire coat hanger just to bolster those up. But unfortunately, there's pieces. Yeah, look at that. So that's all snapped down there. You can see the amount of glue. It's actually, they've put so much glue on this, it's taking up some of the detail. But I'm going to cut all that out. I've got a little gouging tool, or I'll use an X-Acto knife or something, and I'll get all that out, and should be pretty cool. So by the time I finish it, hopefully I'm shooting at having this finished, not painted, but finished and put together by the end of this weekend, because all of the hardest bits, the bits I thought were going to be really crap, have actually turned out to be really easy. So I've drilled a hole. Can you see? There you go, look at that. Drilled a hole through there. And that's where the body will fit onto there. Now this bit under here, you can probably see that. And focus whenever you're ready. There we go. So you can see a little bit of a grey line there. That's where it's snapped. But anyway, I've drilled that through. Put the coat hanger in. And the other one was not too bad. Now the other part I'm having trouble with, if anyone's built one of these and they know, you can see, I don't know if you can see the gaps. Yeah, look at that. You can see that little bit of a gap through there. You can just see that. So that's actually just up in here. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm the third person to have a chop at this thing, and probably the only one that's actually knows what he's freaking doing when it comes to modelling, because the other guys that have done this are just effed it. Anyone knows if they've had any problems with a head, with one of the Titan heads, before I start cutting and sanding, I don't really want to take too much of the material off it. If anyone knows a better way to sort of get that gap out, or whether the gap's meant to be there, can you just let me know in the comments, guys? It'd be really appreciated if you can give me a hand on that, because otherwise I'll have to start chewing out material on the inside just so the helmet fits. Because this was all snapped in here anyway, all the mechanism inside, the little swivel points all snapped. You can see here, that was all, yeah, you can see that chunk missing in there. That was all snapped and broken. So this is basically what I'm working with, but it just looks like it's maybe a bad mold, because it actually doesn't sit center. But anyway, there we go, guys. Hopefully by the end of the weekend he will be on a base. What I am going to do is I'm going to just have to build the whole thing, and then except for the shields, build the whole thing, and then I'm going to paint it when it's put together. The guns and everything are cool. The Sonic Lancers, they're all sweet. The wing I can paint off it. But the body, the torso, the legs, that'll all be put on the base first, and then I'm going to blow over it with some undercoat, and then I'll do a lot of freehand maybe, or I might just leave that pretty boring, and then I'll do all the shields and the helmet and the back, the hollow fin. That's all going to have a lot of freehand on it. So, and the jetpacks too on top there. So there we go, guys. Thanks for watching, as always. Cheers. Have a good one.